Hello everyone and welcome to AliouTV. In this episode we're gonna talk about things you need to know before you travel. As you know, traveling requires a lot of preparation. So we're gonna talk about them here. Let's do it. So the first point that you need to know is pick the right season. So what is the right season? The right season depends on you, on your personality. Do you like to travel to a place when it's summertime, when it's winter time? So it depends on you, right? And do you want to travel to a country where they are having festivals that times? So you need to prepare and make sure you know your personality, what you like and what you would like to see in that country during that period you want to travel to. And you need to stay up to date just in case maybe the festivals you want to attend to are cancelled. The right context in this 2020 is the coronavirus. So if you wanted to go to the Olympics in Japan this year, so it won't be happening, right? Because they canceled. So make sure you are always up to date about the festivals or any activities that you want to attend to in the specific country you want to travel to. And yeah, this just make sure you pick the right season that best suits you and suits your need. Number 2, you need to plan in advance. Any traveling needs some preparation and you are not immune to that, you know. So you need to prepare yourself in advance before you do travel abroad. So in our preparation, we need to keep few things in mind. First thing first, your visa requirement, okay? So you have to check, do you require a visa? Do you require a visa on arrival, or is a visa free for your country of citizenship? For you to check this, you can go to passportindex.org. You can input your citizenship and the country you want to travel to. They will tell you whether you require a visa, is a visa on arrival, and how many days you have visa free. They will tell you everything there. So make sure you visit passportindex.org to know your visa requirement before you travel. So check your flight ticket first. Make use of budget airlines if you can, right? And we have a lot of ticketing platform nowadays that you can check. Make sure you check maybe two to five platform just to compare the price and see which one really give you the best option. So we have Kayak, we have trip.com, we have Google Flight, we have also Cheap Flight, and we have Skyscanner. You make sure you check all of these, you compare the price and contrast and see which one really give you the best option. So just in case you don't really want to go to these platforms, yeah, I have few budget airlines for you here, right? So if in Asia, you make sure you can check AirAsia. They have low cost, it's a low cost carrier actually. So you won't have the luxury, but you will have a cheaper flight. If it's in Europe, you can check EasyJet. It's really another budget airlines for European travelers. For Africa, it's Ethiopian Airlines. It goes almost to every country in Africa and outside of Africa. So make sure you check that one out. For the US, you can have Virgin America, and traveling between states and everything, it makes it really cheaper for you. For South America, you can use GOL, G-O-L, GOL. Yeah, it's I think it's a Brazilian-based carrier, but they travel almost to all South American countries. Okay, now that you have your flight ticket purchased, now it's time for you to book your hotel. You can do the same thing, go to these platforms, check what are the best options for you. You can also include in these platforms maybe Airbnb to check what's best suit for your needs. Okay, now that you have your flight ticket purchased, you have your stay already purchased, now it's time for you to check the means of transportation available once you are in that country, right? So right now we have an application available through all stores like Apple Store and Google Store. You can download Move It app, MOOVIT app. Yeah, So it shows you all public transportation from one location to another. And if you want to use of taxis or bikes, make sure you check the available e-hailing apps available in that country, so that like at the airport people won't rip you off, right? So make sure you already prepared before you leave your country. Yeah, now for every country you travel to, you need to exchange your currency to their local currency. If you are using USD, make sure you exchange to the local currency of the country you're traveling to, and make sure you exchange as much as you can, right? Because if you try to exchange at the airport, it's gonna be a rip-off. Like there's no other way, it's a rip-off. Make sure you have enough cash once you reach the country. Yeah, now that you have all this in mind, it's time for you to check about what is happening in the area you're traveling to. Do they have nightlives? Do they have beaches around? Do they have islands? Do they have mountains, forests? What do you want to visit? Make sure you check everything that can be available online to you, right? So that once you reach there, you just hit the ground running. And if you want to have internet available to you like all the time, make sure you activate your data roaming. So once you reach there, you still have your internet and you can communicate with your family and friends back home. And just in case you want to use local phone numbers, you can purchase maybe a low-cost cell phone just for that need. Maybe less than $10, $20 cell phone. Just buy that. Once you reach there, get a SIM card, and yeah, you'll be able to also, if you get friends from that country, to communicate with them using your local number. Yes, now that you are prepared, let's go to number 3, right? Once you reach there, what you need to do, right? So first of all, at the airport, make sure you don't buy SIM card at the airport, all right? They're gonna rip you off. No matter what the country, you will find somebody to rip you off from the airport. Make sure you don't do exchange at the airport at all. Just avoid that if you don't want to get ripped off. Now that you are there, make sure you communicate with the locals. Maybe learn a few words. Say hi, how are you? I'm doing good, I'm doing fine. How's the family? Things like that, right? Make sure you know the basics, at least of the local language, if they are not speaking the same language as you, so that at least you put a smile to their face, right? Once you say something, any word from somebody's own language, they'll be happy to respond to you, right? So that get the conversation starting, and by the time you know, you already have some friends. Yeah, number 4, now you need to explore the local market, right? So if you travel to any country, make sure to go to the local market. Make sure you ask the people, the locals. Ask them where are the local markets. And most of the time they have street markets in almost every country. Make sure you go there, you check out. It's cheaper, it's yummier, and you will find a lot of people to interact with. Number 5, be a conversation starter, right? Because you are in a foreign country, make sure you make the best out of it, right? When you travel, it's not because just you want to see like nice buildings, nice sceneries, nice beaches, nice mountains and forests. No, you are there, make yourself as human as possible. Interact with people, know about their culture, know about their maybe religion, know about their way of life, you know about the history of their country, maybe things that happen in that area, and how they are moving along. Number 6, yeah, also you can share a little bit of your country, so you leave them with something to remember. If one day they meet somebody coming from the same country as you, they know, okay, something to say. Oh, yeah, this country, it has this, it has that, right? So make sure you leave them with something. Number 7, make friends as much as you can, either locals or other travelers. Converse with them, get their contact, share your experience into social media, right? One day somebody may use that, and it's gonna help them to prepare, it's gonna help them to know what's happening in that country. So make sure you just share your experience, make as much friends as possible. Yeah, so these are the few points that I wanted to talk about, and before you travel, make sure you know these, and let me know in the comment below what points maybe I missed, or what point you have in mind. And usually before you travel, what do you make sure you know before you travel? Yeah, let me know in the comment below and let the discussion begin. Thank you again for making it to the end of this video. If you did not subscribe, please make sure you subscribe, you comment, and tell me whatever you think of these videos. You share to your friends, and we make an amazing channel together.